Welcome back to the channel. It's a lovely midweek evening. We're into September now, so September the 4th I did this, Wednesday evening. And I've got the Jeep dragged out. I'm taking it up for a power wash of the underneath, basically the chassis and under the wings and stuff. So I'm going to give it the next couple of days a respray, top up spray of Flannel Guard, which just arrived today actually. So I've just got all nose pliers and a spring hook thing, and I'm just getting rid of that big spring that was on the throttle, that heavy spring, and just a 5-minute job to do. But I've also got the graphics to put on, so I've just positioned the GoPro so you can see what we're up to. The reason I'm using a voiceover is it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is still quite early, but schools are now out, so a lot of noise outside with the kids going home, cars, kids, you know, usual. So it's just easier to turn the volume right down and just put some voiceover, so the camera's not like fighting to hear you, or you're not fighting to hear me over folk going past the house outside and cars. Anyway, just a quick job to do, swap a spring, nothing fancy. What we'll do is put that spring and that hook puller that I just got for like £4 on eBay. I'll stick them in, there's the old spring, I'll stick them in the toolbox because they came off, they were working, so who knows, I might have to put them back on. And I've got room in the toolbox anyway, so we'll just do that now. So just crank her over, start her up and see, check that's running okay, that the spring's working alright and stuff like that, you know. So that's what happens when you start a Jeep in gear. It surges forward about a foot. And if that had the choke on, because it is cold just now, that would have took off. So that's why you always check them. Never, there you go. But hey, nobody's perfect, but you know what's going on with it. As the throttle stays out as well, so hand throttle stays out, so that means I can actually drive along at like 40, 45 or 50 now, sitting on the hand throttle, which is ideal, eh? Perfect. So a quick double check of that throttle operation, and it's all fine. It's not catching or anything or whatever, you know. Can you imagine the catastrophe it would be if it like stuck wide open. Anyway, that's good, so we'll get the bonnet down and we'll get on to the next job, which is putting the Jeep's new name on the front below the windscreen. So what's the name, eh? Well, here we go. Can you see what that says? Old Blue. Quite obvious really. Original colour blue. And it's an old Jeep. Now I got 2 sets of stencils set, straight set like that, and an up and top and bottom set. I never actually stated properly what I wanted, so that's quite cool. So that's what I want to go for, but there is a big nut there. Those 2 threaded things that stick out my lower windscreen. So we'll cut it a bit to fit around them, and we'll get it applied. So what these have is, I can't remember the name of the material, it's a type of plastic, sticky. What you want to do is you want to take off backing paper, and then you stick the blue stuff on, then you roll it on, like, you know, or use a what's the word, like a plastic spatula type thing to smooth it all. I'm just cutting this bit to fit around the nut, and then you pull the top off and make sure everything's touching tight. Now, this thing I forgot about before I did this, so make sure if you're doing this, is I've got silicone on top of my paint, so the adhesive, well, the plastic wouldn't really stick well, so you might want to wipe down the surface with white spirit or brake cleaner, aerosol brake cleaner, spray it on, wipe it off. So there you go. So we're just going to attach that where I want it, it'll stick on, rub it on. Now as I say, if it wasn't a wee bit of silicone, it would stick really tight. Mine was, I could feel it when I tried to pull the top paper off. This is one use typographic for a cardboard stencil, a card stencil. You can reuse them, but you've got to use a lot of magnets to hold them down. Well, these are supposed to stick right on, which they do, as I say, if you've not got silicone. So we'll get this done, we'll get that pulled off, and it's just a case of taking your time and making sure you're not ripping it as well when you're doing it. There's no science, it's easy to do. What you're trying to do here is just pull off the top paper and leave the blue plastic, which should be adhesing to the surface. Mine obviously was trying to lift, so I'll just take my time and holding it down. And once that top paper's off, it's just a case of smoothing down all the points of contact. Don't get paint underneath it. And then you've got your circles, and like the word blue, you've got your centre, and old, the middle. You've got that to pull off. You could use a Stanley knife or a scalpel, or as I did, I'd use my nails. I haven't cut my nails this week, so anyway, once they were on, I just got some mini magnets just to secure it at the corners and stuff. It's no rocket science, just take your time, and it's easy to do. Just trimming that blue again because it's found one of the bits at the bottom. Anyway, I'm happy with that, how it's sitting. It's adhesive enough to it to make a good seal around the edge of the lettering. So let's have a quick tidy up, and next job we'll get the centres of those bits in the graphics out, then get the paint open, shaken up, opened, and then we'll dab some onto the bit of cardboard to then dab it onto the lettering so it's not going on too thick, because I don't want a massive thick skinned lettering, I want it nice and thin. You can see there on this bonnet the sort of American flag star, sorry, how faded it is because I just put it on a sponge. So I've just nicked the sponge out of the kitchen. It's dry, and I'm just quartering it basically in one bit do for dabbing that paint on. So just a case of getting the model paint open and have some on a bit of cardboard, and then I can just apply it my own sort of pace and thickness using a bit of sponge. Easy as that. Just dab it on. Works a treat, this. So we'll give that, what, an hour or two to dry in. Then we can take the sticker graphic thing, stencil, off. That'll be all done. Okay, time for the reveal. Just get the magnets off. Work a treat, those little things. It's just a case of peeling this down slowly, and we'll have to prise off the centre of the sticker of like the O, etc. There you go. Old Blue. Thanks again then, Way, for watching this, and we'll see you all again soon, okay? Alright, bye for now.